Hi, welcome into the Bucket List Radio Show. Life is short. Everyone needs a bucket list. What's on yours? Hi, I'm Anita Battershell, and I would like to invite you to call in live and share your bucket list ideas and dreams, make a comment, or ask questions of us or our featured guest. You can call live at 423 8101. That's area code 731 423 8101 for live on the air, as well as text your name to the Robinson Toyota text line to win bucket list experiences. 731 277 5155 for text, that's 731 277 5155. We'll be giving out these numbers throughout the shows, of course, but you may want to write these numbers down or put them in your phone as we're going to be giving away great bucket list experiences whenever possible, each and every week. So 731 423 8101 for live on the air, and 731 277 5155 is the Robinson Toyota text line. Whew, well, again, welcome to the Bucket List Radio Show on this rainy Tuesday afternoon. Great day for daydreaming about bucket list experiences. My awesome, amazing good friend and co-host Susan Davy Cogdo is out of the country this week. As she mentioned last week, she's in Grand Cayman, checking off some of her bucket list. I checked and it was 88 degrees today in Grand Cayman, and I'm sure she's experiencing some of that sunshine that we haven't been getting in West Tennessee. And I'm not sure if this is one of her bucket list experiences that she would want, but swimming with a stingray is an epic bucket list experience if you end up in Grand Cayman. If you've experienced this, you might want to call in and share that with some of our listeners. And because I know some people would say, "Oh, there's just absolutely no way I'm going to get in the water with a stingray." But actually, my older son Brandon and I actually experienced this in September when we were down
Mm-hmm.
there, and we've done this before as a family, but it
Oh
was.
yeah.
Yeah, but I remember it was even better than I remember from past experiences. And speaking of my son Brandon, he and my youngest son Adam are both here in the studio with me. Hey guys.
Hey, hey. Hey, listeners, how you doing out there?
Brandon and Adam both work with me at the travel agency, Anita's Travel, and we're going to be helping Susan, and they'll be helping Susan and I co-host the show when one of us are out of town traveling, pursuing those bucket list ideas, and that's certainly what we all intend to be doing, and we hope that you will as well. And when they're not live on the air, they're going to be recording not only the Bucket List Radio Show here in the studio, but many of the actual bucket list experiences that we're going to be featuring on the show. And when the winners win them, they're going to be filming that whenever possible as well, and we're going to be posting that, and they're really going to be enjoying those bucket list experiences through video that they have, those experiences they've won right here on the bucket list on 101.5 FM WNWS. Which reminds me, I kind of watched the Howard Stern. What was the name of that show, Brandon? I picked up on it, and they kept wanting him to say those call letters, WNWS. TV. But man, it's hard to believe this is already our third week. And as we continue to develop the segment, the Bucket List Travel Show, it's our hope that you'll begin to not only enjoy this half hour segment, but all the many multifacets of the Bucket List Radio Show. And Brandon, why don't you just explain a little bit about what some of those multifaceted layers might be for the Bucket Show?
Well, the show is all about celebrating life and not
Mm,
waiting until the last minute, just because no one is promised tomorrow
true enough.
at all. So, luckily, I've learned at a very young age that life experiences are much more valuable than any material thing. I don't know if it's because I was lucky enough to be a child of a travel agent and
Hmm.
was able to travel around to see these experiences, but luckily that's what I want to go for, and that's what this show is really going to be focusing on is not having a Ferrari as my bucket list, which
There's
that's
nothing wrong with that
nothing wrong
now.
with that.
I'm going to tell you now, nothing wrong
Yeah,
with me wrong with a Ferrari in my driveway, but
exactly.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, but we're going to be focusing on the experiences,
Hmm.
and we're going to be hosting a lot of different vendors, a lot of guests that have bucket list activities on there, and they're actually going to be on the show,
Hmm.
and we're going to have you know chances to win for callers when they come in, whenever possible every week, and also we're going to try to go up as a group, and they're going to offer group rates
Hmm.
when we actually do go up for a group. And of course, we're going to be videoing for our webisodes. In fact, on YouTube right now, last week's show is uploading as we speak. So please go to our website at www.bucketlistradioshow.com, or you can go to our Facebook page. They'll be posted there as well. But if you go to our groups and get the group rate, of course, we're going to be videoing there. And if you're there, you just might have a chance to be on our show.
Which brings up a good point, Brandon. Everyone has a different bucket list.
True enough, Adam.
True enough. Which is why we will feature a wide range of guests from action sports, soft adventure, skills learning, certifications, travel, and once in a lifetime experiences.
Great.
We want to encourage all our listeners out there, if you have any suggestions for our bucket list show, to call us in and let us know. And to our vendors out there that may have some bucket list ideas or some bucket list activities, please give us a contact or on our Facebook page.
Yeah, we would love to hear from you. We've got a caller on the line, so we're going to go right to the caller. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good evening.
Hi.
Good.
How are you? How can we help you?
I want to talk about the bucket list.
Okay.
Yeah, so what's on your bucket list, sir?
Hmm?
What's on your bucket
Hello?
list? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, what's on your bucket list, sir?
Jamaica Lifestyle Tour. Austin.
Oh, I know who this is. This is Chris Brown. Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Yeah, this is Chris Brown.
Hi.
Calling in from Jamaica.
Yeah, this is our good friend from Jamaica.
Well, you're more like family, too, as well. And we're going to be featuring Chris on future shows because he has a company in Jamaica called Lifestyle Jamaican Tours. And I'll tell you what, he really takes good care of our clients. And whether you're going on a cruise or you're going down there to all-inclusive, we set him up with Chris. And after a day with Chris, they call themselves a Jamaican. So that sounds good. Well, listen, we're going to get back to the show, and we're going to be calling you soon, Chris, to get your show set up for you so that we can expand a little bit more about what there is fun and great to see and do in Jamaica.
Okay.
Okay, sounds great.
Okay.
And hey, Chris, what's that saying they say in Jamaica? Up like 7 up?
Up like 7.
Up like 7. Okay, I got that.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Well, up like 7 to you, my friend. Respect.
Respect,
right.
you know.
We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Back to what Adam was saying about calling in with suggestions. Wasn't that fun hearing from Chris?
Oh, I know.
Oh,
We had
Chris.
people
I
calling
can't
from
believe that he
Ohio, from
called.
Jamaica.
I know, that is just awesome. But we're definitely going to want to get Chris set up because he is
yes.
just an awesome tour guide. Time for commercial break. All right. So
Please don't go nowhere.
you're listening to the Bucket List on 101.5 FM News Talk. We'll be right back. Right before we went off the air and before we talked to Chris Brown in Jamaica, Adam was talking about how you could call in if you're a vendor and would like to offer a bucket list show to some of our lucky listeners, or how you could win some bucket list experiences. And just as a side note to that, I wanted to let the listeners know that becoming a part of the bucket list show through your call-ins, suggestions for the shows, winners of our bucket list experiences, vendors we're hosting, you will officially become a bucket head. So stay tuned for more details on that in upcoming weeks and on our Facebook and website on how you'll be able to win logo items from T-shirts to coffee mugs and all kinds of little bucket head goodies. So that's going to be kind of fun that we're all going to be bucket heads traveling around the world and experiencing even on a local basis and just checking off those bucket lists one right after the other. Brandon, do you want to bring us back up to date on last week's show real quick?
Yeah, for those that didn't listen last week we had the Jackson Ballroom Dance Club, and they actually gave away 1 year of dance classes. That's right, 1 year.
Awesome,
Yeah,
awesome.
they should
Thank
be
you,
pretty good
guys.
on that one. And also gave away 2 tickets to their Snowball Gala. And that winner was Jeff Comstock.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, you can go to our Facebook page or contact us, and we can
At Anita's Travel, and we'll be able to give you the gift certificate. We got to get it to you. They did mention that they were celebrating their 26th wedding anniversary. So I'm thinking to myself, how cool would this be when next year's anniversary comes up and Jeff is going to be waltzing Terry all over the floor? So And directly after the show, as a matter of fact, Brandon and I went up to film some of the dancers.
Yes, we did.
And oh my goodness, we had the most amazing experience. We took a tango class
Yes.
and we learned just enough to let me know that this is something that I had mentioned that this was on my personal bucket list. So I don't know where I'm going to find the time, probably like a lot of you out there listening, but I'm going to make time to take some dance classes. And another quick side note after that, that after listening to the show last week, the Jackson Ballroom Dance Club informed me that they were contacted by a gentleman, Marvin Freeman of the Freeman Enterprise Group. He had a cruise of 180 people this past September. But anyways, they're going to set up some classes for all of the cruise folks to learn some of those fancy step work to show off their in the next year's cruise that they're taking next September. So again, you might want to check out our Facebook page, the Bucket List Radio Show, for the full details on that particular group with the Jackson Ballroom Dance Club. It will only be $2 per person per lesson, and there will be no charge for all the fun that you're going to have. And we've got a caller on the line, so let's go directly to the caller. Hi, caller.
Hi, this is Susie Smith.
Oh, yay. I'm so excited. This is Susan Smith, and she is with Painting with a Twist, which is next week's show. So it's going to be next Tuesday, November the 3rd. But on Monday, November the 2nd, Susan and I are going to be attending one of their normal classes to do some painting. And I'm so excited. And we want to invite any listeners out there that would like to join us in that class. And do you want to tell them, Susan, how they can join us for the class next week?
Sure, and we are so excited for you guys to come paint with us. They can go online to paintingwithatwist.com/Jackson and just pick that event, and they can make the reservation online, or they can give us a call at the studio, which is 300-4600, and we can take the reservation over the phone.
So I hope we'll get some people to join us. And Brandon's going to be there as well as Adam, and they're going to be videotaping us and our experience, and they're going to be posting that as well. But you do want to stay tuned to the radio show next week because Susan's going to tell us a little bit more about this Painting with a Twist, and they're going to be giving away 2-hour painting session. Are you ready for this? Per month for a year. And I'm telling you, this is one thing. The reason I'm so impressed with Painting with a Twist, Susan, is you don't have to be an artist. If you are, it's terrific, but you don't have to be. You just have to have the want to be.
That's right.
The will to want to be.
That's right. We are fun art, not fine art. So
I like
and
that.
have a great time.
Yeah, that's cool.
Seems like a great family atmosphere as well.
It is. We have a great time. We have great artists that'll take you through step by step, and it's just a fantastic time.
Well, we're going to be talking in detail about this next week, but I can see all kinds of fun things happening because you could also bring a bottle of wine. I don't know if that'll be detrimental or not, but I can see this as girls, night out. I can see it as families getting together. I mean, there's just a million possibilities that's racing through my mind.
So you weren't just bringing a bottle to paint the bottle?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was
I didn't know if
Brandon.
it was still art.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that helps you relax.
Right, exactly. Well, so we'll be talking to you next week, Susan, and thank you so much for the donation of a wonderful bucket list experience.
Oh, you are
Can't
welcome.
wait to see you Monday night.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right. We
Thank
have
you.
another caller. Hi, caller. Welcome into the show.
Hey, what is this show about exactly?
Well, this is the bucket list
Great
show,
question.
and that's a great question because we're trying to bring it all together. But what we want to do is we want to connect vendors that have bucket list things that people want to do, whether that be skydiving, hot air ballooning, painting with a twist, and we want to present it to the listeners, explain a little bit about it. So if you don't already have something on your bucket list, maybe we'll give you some ideas if you can. We
Well,
want to give people an opportunity then to win some of these bucket list experiences.
Well, you mentioned hot air ballooning.
Yeah.
I'm full of hot air, so I could probably.
So are you volunteering?
No.
No. So it's going to be sort of a, developed as we go along, so to speak. And I feel like it's going to be a really fun show, not only for us to do, but hopefully for you, the listeners, to
Well, you
experience.
also mentioned skydiving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I knew a boy in high school. He was a good friend of mine,
Mm-hmm.
and he was skydiving before he got out of high school.
Oh, my goodness.
Mhm.
And quite frankly, if I was up there in an airplane,
Uh-huh.
they would have to take 10 people and throw me out.
Let me tell you, it's so funny because Susan and I were such great friends on and off the air, but she is very conservative. I couldn't get Susan Davy Cogdon to jump out of a perfectly normal airplane if it were on fire.
However, my mother has jumped out of more planes than I have.
I've jumped
So-
4 times, and so I can't wait to jump again. So, well, thank you for listening to the show. And let me tell you very quickly some of the shows that we are going to be having. I mentioned that Painting with a Twist is going to be next Tuesday, the 3rd. Then on the 10th, we're going to be featuring Go Ape. I don't know if any of y'all have heard of them. It's a treetop adventure course out of Shelby Farms, and Brandon and I are going to be going down to experience that and
A little
getting some
zip lining.
filming.
Which
Yeah,
is in Memphis, Tennessee.
exactly. And then Adam, on November 17th, your favorite show, I think, or one of your, is going to be one of your
yes.
favorite shows.
Yes, Range USA Indoor Shooting and Training Facility.
And tell them what they're going to do, though. They're going to be giving away a machine gun
I believe opportunity to shoot a machine gun.
with the ammo, you know. So, and I'm thinking that Adam has already claimed that he wants to go and do that advanced training and check all that out. And then some of the other shows we've got in the work, but we haven't got the date scheduled, is we've got Pat Brown School of Dance. We've got a walk-on part for the Nutcracker. We're talking with Gaylord Opryland Resort. They're going to do something special for a country Christmas, and not just tickets. They're going to do something special where you'll actually be a part of something. We've got Memphis Zoo behind the scenes, maybe a zookeeper for a day.
That
Then
would be
we
cool.
mentioned the hot air ballooning, the skydiving, and we're talking with the Rusty Wallace Racing Clinic. So all of you racers out there, racer wannabes.
Need for Speed.
I think
Right.
also we have snow skiing. If anybody wants to learn how to snow ski.
This is true, and that's going to be the end of December. I think we've got
Correct.
that scheduled in. So, oh my goodness, we got to go for our final break. All right, we'll be back, folks. You're listening to The Bucket List. Thank you so much for listening. So once again, it looks like we've run out of time, but thank you so much for listening. Stay tuned next week, 5:30 to 6, to hear how that Monday painting experience went for Susan and me at Painting with a Twist. And sign up and join us. We would love to have you. Go to their website, and there's a place where you can sign up for next Monday's class. You've been listening to The Bucket List with Adam, Brandon, and me. And next week, my co-host, Susan Davy Cogdon, will be back in the studio from the Caribbean. So thanks for listening, and have a great week. You've been listening to The Bucket List on 101.5 FM News Talk, WNWS.